project me and my classmates worked on. So right here is just the import thing, which just pretty much imports the calculator. We have the size of the calculator, and then right here we have our colors and fonts, which was shown right there. Right here, these represent the colors that was chosen inside the box, and we have a couple of our functions, which just pretty much helps with the external calculations for the calculator. We have our I was explaining a little bit of the showing the code right there, if operations, which was in the def operations. And then we have a little bit of variables. We have our def equals, which pretty much makes sure that our calculator is working efficiently, making sure if there was, like right here, value error, like if we were to put an input a wrong number or something, the calculator would catch that and make sure that it would print out as an error, not printing out as a mistake or something like that. And then it just explains a little bit more about, like, the not explains, but like shows the external external calculations. And we have a display delay and display insert, another variable which stores the information. We have our def clear, which this pretty much helps when making the calculator to clear out option, so we can exit out from the calculator. So when you're done with your calculations, you can exit. You can tap the clear button and you can exit out from for any calculations that you don't want to do anymore. And then we have our def inverse, which just pretty much calculates the inverse of the calculator. And then we have our def square, which is it's the square value for the calculator that we inputted. And we have our plus and minus. And then this is the calculator layout, which just helps with the formatting of the layout. So think of this as the external part of the calculator. And then we have right there our buttons, which this is pretty much, we're under buttons right here on line 121. This is just pretty much the whole layout of the calculator. This is the external part right here. This shows out all the boxes, the names, the labels, and some of the colors here too are shown right here. Right here, like BGY, Y orange, light orange. Some of the fonts too. We can change fonts as well on the calculator. And then we have our BT numbers, which is just inputting our numbers. We have our grid layout, which helps with the layout of our calculator. And that's our clear and quit option right there. And then we have some of our functions right here. Multiply, which is one of our boxes we have with multiplying other numbers. We have divide, we have subtract, addition, and equal, which are all functions we have on our calculator as well. And we have our root main loop, which helps with the whole function of the calculator, making sure it goes on a constant loop. And then this took us around 177 lines. Right here on the side, I'm going to demonstrate how the calculator is used. I'm going to input a couple of numbers to make sure everything's working well. The times, the equal, the power to 2, as well as also using the divide and minus. And then for me, I'm not sure, I don't remember if this was on the calculator project, but I kept it as a float. Like shown right here, I did 996 and it would have done 3, but I did 3.0 because I wanted to keep it as a float. And then right here, I'm also going to demonstrate how the quit button works. Like when you're done using the calculator, you can just quit option and it takes you out of everything. And then you're pretty much done. And then if you want to do it again, you just